Good morning, student. In our previous lecture, we discussed with you something about the conductance and specific conductance. Now, as far as conductance is concerned, it can be classified into two categories: the molar conductance and equivalent conductance. We will discuss one by one each one of them. Molar conductance is given by the symbol cap m or mu m. How do we define molar conductance? It is the conductance of an electrolytic solution containing 1 mole of a electrolyte. What does it mean? Molar conductance. Always remember, student, molar conductivity or molar conductance will be equal to the specific conductance of the solution multiplied by the dilution. Fine. So, this will be equal to kappa into V. What is kappa? This is specific conductance or conductivity. What is V? V is the volume of electrolyte electrolytic solution containing 1 mole of a electrolyte. So, equivalent molar conductivity. This is a molar conductivity. Molar conductivity. This will be specific conductivity. This will be equal to the specific conductivity, and V over here will be the volume of solution. V will be the volume of solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte. Volume of solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte. Am I clear? So, it is the volume of a solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte. Now, suppose if the number of moles present in the liter of solution, if I ask you to define molarity of the solution, so number of moles present in the liter of the solution is called as a molarity of the solution. Students, this V, which is containing 1 mole of electrolyte, this V will be equal to 1000 upon a molarity. How? If I say, suppose C gram mole of a substance is present in 1 liter, so volume will be 1000 ml. So, 1 gram mole will be present in how much ml? This will be 1000 upon C. 1 gram mole of the electrolyte present in the liter of the solution will be the molarity of the solution. So, V will be equal to 1000 upon molarity of the solution. If I put this value over here, so in that case the molar conductivity will be equal to kappa, kappa is specific conductance, into 1000 upon molarity of the solution. Am I clear? So, molar conductivity will be equal to kappa into 1000 upon molarity of the solution. This is molarity. Molarity is the number of moles of electrolyte present in the liter of the solution. Now, what is the unit of specific conductance? It is per ohm centimeter square. What is the unit of this? This will be per mole. So, unit of this will be per ohm centimeter square per mole. If you write down the unit of this will be per ohm centimeter square per mole. I hope you must have understood this. So, what is molar conductance? It is the conductance of an electrolytic solution containing 1 mole of a electrolyte. Molar conductance will be equal to kappa into dilution. Kappa is specific conductance, dilution is the volume of a solution containing 1 mole of the electrolyte. Now, if C gram mole of electrolyte is present, they are present in 1000 ml of the solution. So, 1 gram mole of a substance will be present in 1000 upon C. Concentration is in terms of molarity. So, V will be equal to 1000 upon molarity. Or we may say molar conductivity will be equal to kappa into 1000 upon molarity of the solution. Molarity, the unit will be per ohm centimeter square per mole. Am I clear? Now, the another type of a conductance will be the equivalent conductance. The next type of a conductance is equivalent conductance. So how do we define or explain the equivalent conductance? It is a cap equivalent or mu equivalent. Cap V or mu V will be explained to this one over here. So equivalent conductance. This can be represented as cap E or it can be represented as mu E. This is cap E or mu E, or some of the book also represented as a cap V. There is no problem in this. It is the conductance of an electrolytic solution containing 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. Am I clear? This was gram mole. 1 gram mole and a gram mole means one and the same thing. So it is the conductance of an electrolytic solution. It is the conductance of an electrolytic solution. It is the conductance of an electrolytic solution. Of an electrolytic solution. Conductance of an electrolytic solution containing 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte. 1 gram equivalent of electrolyte. Yes? This equivalent conductivity, cap E or mu E, this will be equal to specific conductance into dilution. Now this dilution will be the volume of the solution containing 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. How will we do this? If C gram equivalent of electrolyte are present in 1000 ml of solution, means 1 liter. So we will say 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. This will be present in 1000, or this is C was present in this 1000 upon C gram equivalent. This concentration is expressed in terms of number of gram equivalent present in the liter of the solution, and the number of gram equivalent present in the liter of the solution will be the normality of the solution. So this V over here will be equal to 1000 upon normality of the solution. How do I define normality? Normality is a number of gram equivalent of the solute present in the liter of the solution. I think I shall be very clear. So what does the formula of equivalent conductivity obtained over here? So equivalent conductivity will be equal to kappa into 1000 upon normality of the solution. Kappa into 1000 upon normality of the solution. This is how we may find out the equivalent conductivity of the solution. Am I clear over here? Fine. This will be the two very important numerical problems which will be asked to you in the board examination. Now, what is the relationship between molar conductivity and the equivalent conductivity? Relationship between molar conductivity and equivalent conductivity. So, relationship between molar conductivity and equivalent conductivity. Molar conductivity and equivalent conductivity. Relationship between molar conductivity and equivalent conductivity. And equivalent conductivity. What is the relationship between the molar conductivity between molar conductivity and the equivalent conductivity? Now molar conductivity will be equal to kappa. It will be equal to kappa into 1000 upon molarity. You see over here, cap M. This will be equal to kappa into 1000 upon molarity of the solution. Similarly, if you find out the cap equivalent, this will be equal to kappa into 1000 upon normality of the solution. Now, if you find out the relationship between this, we divide, suppose this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. If we find out cap M upon cap E, this will be equal to normality upon molarity of the solution. So, this will be equal to normality of the solution upon molarity of the solution. If the equation number first is divided by equation number second. Am I clear? Or we may write down the relationship cap M into molarity will be equal to cap E into normality of the solution. This will be the relationship between the molar conductivity and the equivalent conductivity of the substance. Am I clear? Now, normality is given mass of the substance upon equivalent mass of the substance into V into 1000. Similarly, molarity will be equal to given mass of the substance upon molecular mass of the substance into V into 1000. If we find out the relationship between N and N, so N upon M will be equal to the molar mass upon equivalent mass. Fine. Now, over here, this N upon M, all this factor will cancel out. This will be equal to molecular mass of the substance upon equivalent mass of the substance. Must remember these formulas to solve the various numerical problems. I think I shall be very clear. So, we can say this molarity into molecular mass will be equal to normality into equivalent mass. This kind of a relationship will help us in solving the various types of a numerical problem. Am I getting clear, student? And this relationship between the molar mass and equivalent mass will be equal to N, which will be called as a N factor. Am I clear? So, what is molar conductivity and what do we mean by the specific conductivity? I think we have done this. Now, if you remember, student, we discussed one topic with you and that was the cell constant. What is cell constant? I told you yesterday that specific conductance will be equal to conductance multiplied by the cell constant. So, what is a cell constant? If we talk about cell constant, now cell constant will be equal to, if you talk about the cell constant will be a ratio of, I told you the formula last day, it was equal to L upon A. So, it is the ratio of specific conductance to conductance. Specific conductance to the conductance ratio. This is called as a cell constant. And cell constant was given by the symbol length of a conductor to the area of cross section. So, cell constant, which was actually L upon A. This is equal to specific conductance upon conductance. This will help you to solve further numerical problems. So, step by step, students, we are solving or obtaining all the relationship which will help us to solve the various numerical problems. We may also say specific conductance will be equal to, this was discussed with you last day, specific conductance. It can also be written in this manner, specific conductance. This will be equal to cell constant multiplied by conductance. This will be equal to cell constant multiplied by conductance. So, cell constant multiplied by conductance. This is specific conductance. So specific conductance will be equal to the cell constant multiplied by conductance. Am I clear? Yes or no? So we have done with you what are molar conductivity, what are equivalent conductivity, and what is a cell constant. Now next is the various factors which affect the conductance of electrolytic solutions. So factors affecting the conductance of electrolytic solutions. What are the various factors which affect the conductance of a electrolytic solution? So as far as the various factors are concerned, student, in the various factors affecting the conductance of electrolytic solution, so factors affecting the conductance of electrolytic solution. Conductance of electrolytic solution. What are the various factors which affect the conductance of electrolytic solution? First factor is the temperature. More is the degree of ionization, more is the conductivity. Increase in temperature increases the degree of ionization and hence the conductivity increases. Am I clear? So first factor is temperature. Temperature. Now remember, conductivity of electrolytic solution is directly proportional to temperature. So conductivity of electrolytic solution. Conductivity of electrolytic solution. It is directly proportional to temperature. Am I clear? Conductivity of electrolytic solution is directly proportional to temperature. It means more is the temperature, more is the degree of ionization, and hence more will be the conductivity. Fine. Number second is the nature of solvent. Now student, if the solvent has a high dielectric constant, then the degree of ionization increases in the solvent with a high dielectric constant and hence conductivity will be more. Second is nature of solvent. Second factor on which the conductivity depends is nature of solvent. Nature of solvent. Now conductivity or electrical conductivity or electrolytic or molar conductivity has been found to be higher in the solution of a high dielectric constant. So degree of ionization increases in a solvent with a high dielectric constant. Degree of ionization increases in solvent. It increases in solvent of high dielectric constant value. In a solvent of high dielectric constant. In a solvent of high dielectric constant. If the solvent have a high dielectric constant value, then the degree of ionization increases and increases in the solvent of a high dielectric constant value. Next is the effect of dilution. So degree of ionization increases and increases on dilution. So always remember degree of ionization. Degree of ionization. Third factor is dilution. Third is dilution. So student always remember degree of ionization. Degree of ionization is directly proportional to dilution. Degree of ionization is directly proportional to dilution. I mean to say, more is the dilution, more will be the degree of ionization and more will be the conductivity over here. Fine. I mean to say, degree of ionization increases with increase in dilution, that means on decreasing the concentration of a solution. So degree of ionization increases with increase in a dilution. That is, on decreasing the concentration of electrolytic solution, the degree of ionization increases. That is, on decreasing the concentration of electrolytic solution, degree of ionization increases. Degree of ionization increases. Am I clear, student? So this is how the degree of ionization will increase. So what are the various factors which affect the conductance of electrolytic solution? First is temperature. Conductivity of the electrolytic solution is directly proportional to temperature. Second is nature of solvent. Degree of ionization increases in the solvent of a high dielectric constant. Third is dilution. Degree of ionization is directly proportional to dilution. More is the dilution, more is the degree of ionization, and hence more will be the conductivity. I mean to say that conductivity increases with increase in the dilution. Now, this effect of dilution will be variable in the case of a strong electrolyte and a weak electrolyte. That will be discussed with the help of an equation and a graphical representation of a Huckel-Onsager equation, which we will be discussing in the next lecture. I hope you must have been understanding your lecture very well. So, we will meet again, in which we will be discussing the effect of dilution on conductivity. Till then, thank you.